rip off the skirt, guzzle it, grab the mic and come out the woodwork. Man, Keith Murray? What's up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios on a really chilly, frigid Friday. Got a great show lined up for you today. Going to talk about last night's game and Joe Burrow. He chokes again. The Baltimore Ravens win, and why I think that was probably Baltimore showing their grit. We'll talk more about that. Then we will talk about some award winners that we have coming up because college football is coming to a close. We'll talk about the Fred Biletnikoff nominees here at App Stupid, who we think the top 10 is. We'll talk some John Mackey Award, talking about the tight ends, our top 10, and the different NFL teams that'll use them. And then we'll cover the Doak Walker Award, our nominees. Again, these are our nominees. So let us know in the comments. We got it right, we got it wrong. And finally, a weird story out of Nebraska. I know. Yeah, we'll talk about that more when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Burn. Drop the spot. Burger King. BK, have it your way because you rule. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local Burger King. If you have the app, they've got the limited time only, the cheesy tots, the things and rings, and your way meal. You can go ahead and combine anything from your Whopper Jr. to your 4-piece nugget, value fries, and cola. You can customize that order. You can do that all through the app. BK, have it your way, because you rule. Shout out to Burger King. Make sure you go ahead and get Burger King for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not all at one time. Please break that up. We don't want anybody to get that Papa Belly. So we're not going to go ahead and delay this. Last night, the Cincinnati Bengals, they came to town to play the Baltimore Ravens. And the first thing that I took away from this game, because I had to go ahead and rewatch the game twice, okay? The first thing that I took away from it when I was watching it was that Baltimore isn't playing the best football they can play right now. You're starting to see Baltimore in glimpses, like it's almost like you're looking at what they could be, and then they try to figure it as the game goes along. And that's what I was thinking last night as I was watching this game, because Cincinnati came out firing on all cylinders. It was like, okay, we're going to go ahead and throw Jamar Chase at you, and we're going to go ahead and keep being aggressive. And they pretty much did that for the first quarter, because Baltimore didn't do anything. And then you have Tucker, who's he's the surefire kicker for the Baltimore Ravens, and he starts to miss kicks. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, they might lose this game, especially when they go down 2 scores. And I'm sitting there just like, okay. and then Superman showed up. So for the Bungles, you're not going to beat a team when you only rush for 49 yards. That has to be better. It just has to be better. They did get the memo. They only had 3 penalties for 23 yards. Then they had a fumble, which that was costly. They held on to the ball for 31 minutes and 35 seconds. You all know the conventional wisdom is when you hold on to the ball that long, it actually freezes out the offense of the opposing team, because they have to get started and they haven't been on the field long to get warmed up, to get into the flow of things and let the nerves settle. Again, that is conventional wisdom, and it does work until you run into Superman. Again, I cannot keep stressing this. And Baltimore, the third down efficiency for them was key, if you're going to ask me. Okay. They were put behind the 8 ball 12 times. They converted 7 of those. So the outlier is when you have the ball so long, you freeze out the other team. But also, if you're the other team, you can't make throws that are just wasteful throws. You have to convert every time you get a ball and get the chance, because you just don't know when you're going to be out on the field. Like I said, we will drill deeper into the numbers when we get back from a quick rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you with another rap album. Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorite on the track so far, Cosmo Freestyle, Wolverine crazy, yo. Rabbit Island, It's Your Anniversary, that song crazy too. Yeah, Walk It Off, and On the Set. Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. In stores now. Yeah, shout out to Freddie Gibbs. It's a good record. I enjoyed the project, so I'm not gonna lie to you on that one. So then when you dig into the numbers last night in the first quarter, you have the Chase Brown 1-yard run touchdown, and then McPherson, he kicks that thing through the uprights. Now it's 7-0. Going into the second quarter, now Nelson Aguilar, he's got a 6-yard pass from Lamar Jackson. And that was the pass that had me tripping. No, that wasn't the pass that had me tripping. It was one pass Lamar Jackson. He did a Steph Curry. It was a jump throw on a spiral. I was like, holy crap. And he knew the catch was good. He didn't even look at it. He just ran back to get on the sidelines. Like, we don't have to dance. We don't have to celebrate. This is what it is. I was like, wow. Looking at that skill set. But Nelson Aguilar, needless to say, he's got that touchdown. This thing is 7-7. And then right back, Tanner Hudson, he's got a 3-yard pass from Joe Burrow. And then McPherson also kicks it through the uprights. Going into halftime, this thing was 7-14. And then when you're thinking after halftime, Harbaugh's going to sit the guys down, get them settled. This thing's going to go ahead and turn around on a dime. Third quarter, Jamar Chase from Joe Burrow, 67 yards. 67 yards. And the guys were sitting there, and it was almost like they got confused in that secondary, and then they lost sight of who was supposed to be picking up Chase, and Chase just ran right down the seam. I was like, wow. Yeah. And then Derrick Henry, he's got a 1-yard touchdown run, and then Tucker, he kicks that thing through the uprights. So right now it's 21-14. We're headed to the fourth quarter. Now, I told you Cincinnati held on to the ball for 31 minutes, okay? You have the lead, 21-14. Then Tylan Wallace, he gets an 84-yard pass touchdown from Lamar Jackson. That makes this thing 21-20. And just when you're thinking, hey, look, Baltimore, they're playing on all levels. This thing is good to go. They miss a kick. And Tucker misses a kick. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, like, oh, my God, how is this? Yeah. But, again, if you're Cincinnati, you've got the momentum. You've got the momentum. They've missed the kick. Now this thing is going back the other way. Let's go ahead and put this thing to bed. 3 and out. Really. 3 and out. Then Mark Andrews, he gets an 18-yard pass from Lamar Jackson. This thing right now is 28-21, and that's coming from Lamar Jackson getting that 2-point conversion where he faked like he was going to hand off. He got the linebackers and that Mike linebacker to bite, and then he takes the edge, and it's just like, okay, cool. This thing is 28-21. Again, no, this was the play where Jamar Chase just ran right up the field. It was wild. I was just like, oh my God. 70-yard pass from Joe Burrow. McPherson makes this thing 28-28, all knotted up. Lamar Jackson's like, okay, hold my beer. Let's get busy. Rashad Bateman, 5-yard pass. Justin Tucker wakes up, kicks it right through the uprights. And if you're actually trying to keep score right now, Baltimore put up 21 points in one quarter. That's when I was sitting here saying to myself, this thing that they're doing, they're not playing the best football they can play. But when they do, you get a glimpse of how good they could be. It's like, okay, we're going to give you a spectacular quarter of football. And right now, I'd rather see that than them blow everybody out. And then when they get to the playoffs, they can't put it together. I think they're on a good mission right now to put everything together, but I digress. We'll look forward after the commercial break. But yeah, now Cincinnati's got the answer. It's 35-28. And guess who? Yep, Jamar Chase, 5-yard pass from Joe Burrow. Boom, this thing is 34-35. And I'll just say this, the calls that they were getting on that drive to get them back into scoring position, talking about the Bengals, those were the most questionable calls I've ever seen. I was like, what? I was like, okay, so they're trying to make this thing 1-1, that the Ravens took the first one and the Cincinnati Bengals took the second one. And all night long, they were trying to, like I said, all night long, it felt like I was watching like the best two quarterbacks in that division go at it. And it really was. I'm not going to hold you. It really was. But when I saw them move the Bengals down into scoring position, I was just like, now this is the time Baltimore's defense needs to come up big time. Chase had just scored. And if you're the coach of Cincinnati, all you needed was a field goal. And you could have put this thing in overtime and then, hey, look, let my guys go out there and win it. Because Chase was unguardable all night. Nobody was going to stop him. Nobody's going to shut him down. But the decision to go for two, it was super aggressive. And I understand why you wanted to get the game over with. But then you put it in Joe Burrow's hands. And again, if the quarterback is going to get a lot of the praise, he's going to have to take a lot of the blame too. He's going to have to take a lot of the blame. And when you all missed the 2-point conversion, it was almost like somebody ripped the heart out of the Cincinnati Bengals. So the Cincinnati Bengals, they fall to 4-6. I don't know what kind of season it's going to be for them. Baltimore, they go to 7-3. And going forward, the next 3 games for the Ravens have the Pittsburgh Steelers. That game is next weekend. They have the Chargers, and then they have the Eagles and the Giants. So in the next 4 games, they got 2 winning teams and 2 awful teams. And then the Charger game is going to be the Harbaugh Bowl. That's just marketing. That's just what that is. But gang, bird gang, the Ravens. Have we seen the best of them? If you are in the DMV area or you're a fan of the Ravens, let me know in the comments. Are they really a sleeper team waiting to explode in the playoffs? This is Big Vern. We'll be back.